Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to What Up, Clegg? This is the channel where we're talking about all kinds of projects, all kinds of stuff like how to fix it, how to maintain it, how to clean it, how to build it, or product review, or anything else that comes across my desk. You never know. Anyhow, today we are working on a timer for a dryer. Now, this is a mechanical timer. It came out of a estate dryer, which is made by Whirlpool. Now it's a lot of other brands, they'll use mechanical timers. Now they don't all look just like this, but they pretty much have the same, they work the same way. You have a timer, and then you have a box full of contacts, and then you have your dial that connects to the front. There's the complaint on this one was that it'll sometimes work, sometimes not work. They jiggle the knob a little bit, it'll start working, and they come back later on, they go to use it again, and it's not working. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart, we're going to troubleshoot it and find out what the problem is. Now, before you take something apart, you always want to make sure that you take a picture of everything you're taking apart, as well as the top, the sides, back, so on and so forth. Therefore, when you go and put it back together, there's absolutely no question on where anything goes. For example, the timer, you want to make sure that the plug is going that direction. As you can see here, the plug faces that way. On the back part, you have two nubs on the plate. You want to make sure that those nubs are facing out when you put it back together and not in. You want to do this because you never know, things happen. You get called away for an hour, a day, a week, month. I mean, stuff happens, you never know. And then all of a sudden you come back and oh crap, man, how does it go back together? Where does this go? So I'm going to take it apart here. Now when you pull things off, you want to make sure you do it real slow, because you don't know if there's like any springs in there, or washers or spacers or anything like that might come flying off when you pop it off. And then if it flies off, you then have no idea where it goes when you try to put it back on. This right here is the actual timer. This is a mechanical timer, just springs and gears inside. It's kind of like a regular mechanical timer for like a cooking timer. You turn the knob and then it slowly goes back and slowly count down. So we'll put that to the side because there's basically no contacts in it. This plug right here is basically for like sensor wire, so that the dryer knows what position that's in. Now it's going to take the lid off. Again, you want to take it off real slow so that nothing comes off. Nothing comes flying out. Okay, now we're going to take a look at this thing and see what we have here. If you look at the contacts, you look at all the contacts, these little nubs right here, those are what actually makes contact on these brass bars. These are actually not brass or copper. They're what actually makes contact. You look at all the contacts, make sure they're clean, they're shiny. Look on this side here, and actually after inspecting it, you notice how these bars over here are nice and shiny, and you look over here, these bars are not so nice and shiny. That means that these right here got hot. That means they had resistance. That means that the contacts weren't making a good contact. So, as a matter of fact, it looks like that's our culprit right there, because I can see that it's bent in that direction. And so it got hot and warped. Again, this is copper is soft metals. When it gets really hot, they warp. And the contacts are also dirty from soot and stuff like that. So to test it, go ahead and put it in a 60-minute timer mode. 60-minute timer mode is basically the longest duration most dryers have. You see these step outs right here on the wheel. These right here are what pushes the tooth on this arm, pushes the arm out, which then makes contact with these, causes the arms, the contacts to come together. So we'll get our meter here and see where we're losing contact at. Turn it on continuity test. Put it on audible. There's an LCD screen. We're not looking for ohms or anything like that. We're just listening for sound. the continuity test, some people call it a beep check. What that means is that every time, if you have good continuity, good contact, continuity is just connection, you get a beep. Pretty simple. So again, we're not looking for ohms or anything like that, we're just looking for continuity. So we see that this bar here, see that this contact here is connected to all 4 of these. If you look at the arms, you see that this plastic arm pushed all the copper bars together with this one touching on. That means that this one right here must be the main one because it's pushing on this one first. So let's go ahead and check. So if I put my probe here on this one, on the first one, touch the second one, getting good contact. Check the third one. We're getting good contact right there, good continuity. Check the fourth one, nothing. There's nothing on that one. So just so I thought you could see how, again, see how it's a little bent, how it's warped. So that right there is the culprit. It's good. That's an easy fix. So to get to it, we'll take the arm off again. You take a picture of everything so you know how this thing goes back together. The tooth right here, you make sure that when it goes back together, it goes up against the wheel. There's an arm right here in the plastic piece that goes down, which pushes against all the bars. So you gotta make sure that right there goes back in correct, with nothing between it and the wheel here. So we're going to take that thing out. Well, let's put it back in off position. Pull that out. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and bend this bar. We'll bend this bar back into towards straight, back into shape. So to do that, you just put a little pressure on the end of it. Not too much. There's a plastic nub right here, plastic peg right there. You don't want to break that. You just push it until it straightens up. And I don't know if you can see that right here when I'm pushing on. It looks to me like it is now straight. So let's put first let's clean the contacts. I got a sharp edge here, a sharp pick tool, so I'll use that to scratch the soot off the contacts. Again, these little nubs right here, these are the contacts. So you gotta look at those and make sure that they're clean. And it's coming out pretty easy. The soot is coming out pretty easy on both sides. Alright, that's good. Those are good. Alright, so let's put the arm back in, test it out, see if it works. We'll go ahead and turn this to the 60-minute marker. I can see that all the arms are pushed together. I actually saw this arm, the one that was bad, the one we straightened out, I saw that one move when I put it together. So that means it looks like they're making contact. Let's find out. Again, check the first one. Good. Second one. And third one. And it's good. Really good. So let me turn this, make sure I can see that arm move again when I turn it. And I saw it move. Again, there it is. So you can see it barely move, meaning that there was pressure on it, push it back. So that means you're getting good contact. So we're done. Let's go ahead and put this thing back together again. Again, you make sure that you put it with the nubs right here facing out of the box. Make sure no foreign objects fell inside too while we were working on it. And there's no dirt. I blew the dirt out, so everything looks good. And put that bad boy on right there. Take the timer. We'll slide that in. Make sure the plug is facing that direction. Put that back in. Now you have to make sure that it fits down nice and easy. You shouldn't have to force it. You might have to wiggle a little bit to get it sit down flush, but do not by any means force it. Otherwise you can crack a gear and then you're in all kinds of trouble. So the back plate, you want to make sure the back plate There's no gap here. The timer, there's no gap right there. No gap anywhere around. It's all good. So we'll go ahead and screw it down. Now when you screw it down, don't screw it down too tight, just a little snug. This thing does not vibrate, it does not move, so you don't have to worry about the screws backing out. It's real thin metal, and if you tighten too much you will strip, and then you have all kinds of problems. So as you can see, the top of the screws are right there. They're real shallow. Anyhow, that concludes the repairs for this timer. I think we just saved the couple. We saved them about $80. I think there's $80 to $100 for one of these timers. So that was a good save, good amount of money saved. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.